This is Liberated Lizzie. I'm going to be talking about a TikTok that I saw last night. It really made my blood boil, and I think that everyone needs to see it.
Okay, so I know a lot of you were waiting on an update from my date last Wednesday, and I'm sorry it took so long, but like, it just ended. Like, I'm a lesbian. Like,
no, you aren't. A lesbian is a female homosexual. But let's move on, because that's a petty complaint compared to the rest of the video.
like, I showed up to that bitch's house with like enough resources to launch another like fucking crusade.
This is how men talk about their sexual encounters with other men. This is not how lesbians, or at least the vast majority of lesbians, talk about having sex.
That might not be the best comparison to make right now. But yeah, it was amazing. Like, it was my first time like dating as a woman, which weirdly included sending a lot more dick pics than I expected. But yeah, it really just meant that like I could connect with them in a way that like I really couldn't with any of my exes, and it was great. I also like had sex as a woman for the first time, which really just meant I didn't come.
The only thing it means to have sex as a woman is to have sex as an adult human female. Also, funnily enough, all of this comedy is starting to sound a lot like high school boys.
The part about being trans is I can just make misogynistic jokes and people think they're like ironic and self-aware, but like really I just hate women. And it's perfect because I hate myself too. Like, transitioning was just a very advanced form of self-harm for me.
The hypermisogyny we commonly see in trans-identifying males is not a coincidence, nor is it a form of self-hatred. They are telling us the truth when they say these things. It may be framed as comedy, but at the end of the day, it's their truth, and that's why they are putting it in the comedic form so they can get away with saying it. This is what happens when we indulge any and every man who says he's a woman with our praises, and most importantly, with the immediate tendency to placate them when they're misogynistic, rapey, or predatory. The tendency to come up with innocent motives for their actions and words, even when that's nearly impossible. This is what happens when men see that others will bully even rape victims into using she/her pronouns for their rapists. They become even more entitled. We talk about entitled men all the time without talking about how we are continuously reinforcing the entitlement for some of the most misogynistic and harmful to women. Women, I implore you to start caring more about future generations of women and their safety over your fear of being called transphobic or a bigot. I know it's scary, I know you can lose everything, I know you can lose so much community, but we are at a critical time in the history of women's rights. Let's not fail the women to come by failing to call out these men.